Hello and welcome to History of Dragon Ball. Today we are looking at the full story of Android 17. So we have now covered the three main villains of Dragon Ball Z in Frieza, Cell and Majin Buu. And an interesting character that I've had several requests to do next was Android 17. So here we go, and I hope you enjoy. And also please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you do want more content like this, and don't forget to leave any requests for future videos in the comments below too. But now, let's jump into it. Android 17 was originally a twin human named Lapis, and he was the younger of he and his twin sister Lazuli, who of course became Android 18. They were kidnapped once by Dr. Gero, who then turned them into Android 17 and 18. However, despite being referred to as androids, technically he is not completely one. Bulma stated while looking at 17's blueprints that he was in fact human-based, but just about everything had been enhanced with bio-organic components. His only mechanical parts are the emergency deactivation controller and self-destruction device that was later removed. But anyway, when we first meet Android 17 and his twin sister 18, they are being awakened by Dr. Gero when he is pressed into a desperate situation by the Z Fighters, who he is underestimated. 17 manages to steal the shutdown remote that Gero had built as a backup plan and crushes it so that Gero cannot put them to sleep again. Suddenly, Vegeta blasts the door open and the androids are surrounded by the Z Fighters. Dr. Gero orders the pair to kill the Z Fighters, but 17 says that they will fight when they want, not when they are told. Android 17 and 18 want to activate the sleeping Android 16 too, but Gero tells them not to. Fed up with him now, 17 murders Gero, and after brushing off a future Trunks blast, Android 17 activates 16. 17 asks 16 if he was created to kill Goku, which he simply replies, yes. And that is all he says. Android 17 hates the idea of following Gero's programming, but feels that they need a sense of purpose, so they decide to find and challenge Goku merely as a form of entertainment. And therefore, the three androids leave the ruined laboratory to find Goku, ignoring the present Z Fighters. Android 17 feels like he is in no rush, so they decide to go and steal a car and travel that way instead of flying, showing that really there is actually still some human left in him. During their travels, Vegeta in his Super Saiyan form intercepts the trio. 17 and 18 want 16 to fight, but he refuses, so 18 steps in. She overpowers Vegeta, and then future Trunks, Krillin, Piccolo and Tien arrive as backup. 17 tells them to respect the code of the warrior and to not interfere with the fight, and promising to deal with anyone who does. 18 breaks Vegeta's arm, so future Trunks tries to interfere, but 17 then, of course, intervenes, dealing one hard hit to his head, almost knocking him out. Piccolo and Tien then attack too, but 17 deals with them all easily. Once the androids have dealt with them, they land near Krillin, telling him that they will fight the Z Fighters whenever they feel up for it. They end up then going on to steal a van and plan to go and find Goku just like before. And on their trip, they actually stop for a moment when sensing two powerful energies, with 16 revealing that one of these actually rivals 17. But 17 would not believe it was possible, so they carry on in their van. When they arrive at Goku's house, they find it completely deserted, so 17 asks 16 if he knows where Goku might be, and 16 replies that it's either going to be at the Capsule Corp or at Kame House. And as Kame House is closer, they decide to go there first. The next day they arrive at Kame House, but 16 states that Goku is not there. 17 tries to threaten the information of Goku's location out of them, but Piccolo replies that he wants to see Android 17 try, and says they should go to an uninhabited island nearby so that they can fight. After telling the others to stay at Kame House, Piccolo and the androids fly over. Once they land, 17 gives Piccolo one last chance to tell them where Goku is, but the brave Namekian is not intimidated and tells the cocky android that he will not go down so easily this time. Android 17 accepts Piccolo's challenge and decides to fight him one-on-one, with Piccolo appearing to have the upper hand earlier in the battle, until 17 confesses that he has in fact been holding back and just playing with the Namekian. Once both choose to go at full power, they find that they are actually quite evenly matched. However, despite being close to equal in both power and strength, Android 17 has the advantage due to his unlimited energy and speed. The two continue to fight very evenly though, but they are eventually interrupted by the arrival of Cell. 17 has no knowledge of Cell, much to Piccolo's surprise, and Cell's power has far surpassed the weakened Piccolo and Android 17's, So, without any precautions, he approaches Android 17. Piccolo explains to them that he's another of Giro's creations and he needs to absorb both him and 18 to complete his design. Sal carries on Piccolo's explanation to tell 17 that the power unlocked from the absorption will be beyond comparison. It was Dr. Giro's plan in his dream of creating the ultimate super being. 17 denies this, stating that he is Giro's ultimate creation and that he will not join Sal. To which Sal replies the absorption will happen whether 17 wants it or not. 17 then prepares to fight. However, now finally speaking, Android 16 orders 17 to retreat because Sal is far beyond both him and Piccolo. 16 explains that if Sal obtains his perfect form, killing Goku will not satisfy him and he will destroy the universe. Surprised that Android 16 is not only speaking, but being disappointed that the only thing he has said is cowardly. Ignoring 16's plea, 17 rushes towards Sal with great fury. Despite Piccolo trying to help too, Sal is not harmed by either. Even 16 steps in to fight Sal, but despite his best efforts, he cannot stop Sal either. It does not take too long until Sal manages to begin to absorb the android with his tail, triggering his transformation into semi-perfect Sal. So now that Android 17 is a part of Sal, he is ultimately killed when semi-perfect Sal self-destructs on King Kai's planet. However, 17's life is restored after the Z Fighters use the Dragon Balls to revive those who died as a result of Sal's campaign. A second wish is then made to Shenron by Krillin, removing the android's bombs within their bodies. 17 gets filled in on everything he's missed by Android 18 shortly after he returns, and then the two go their separate ways since their mission to kill Goku was no longer necessary as he was killed in Sal's self-destruction. Android 17 went on to travel the world, and he eventually arrived at Monster Island, where he has fought against poachers and befriended a ranger there. He eventually marries this ranger, who is also a zoologist, and becomes a park ranger himself. He is then briefly seen in the Kid Buu saga when Goku is gathering energy for the Super Spirit Bomb in an effort to defeat Kid Buu, where he lends his energy to the cause. This is where we reach the time of Dragon Ball Super, but we do not see 17 again until the time that Universe 7 are recruiting members for the Tournament of Power. Goku goes to try and recruit 17, and of course, the two end up sparring, with Goku being surprised at just how strong 17 now is. Both of them come to reveal, of course again, that they have been holding back, so Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue form. Once they have now gained each other's respect once more, Goku asks him to join the team, but initially 17 refuses. Although later his mind is changed. In the manga this is due to Krillin being a participant, as he feels he owes him a debt, but in the anime it is done as a repayment to Goku after he helps him save some endangered animals. 17 then goes and meets the rest of the team and they are all transported to the tournament arena. 17 begins the tournament fighting on his own, knowing he has to use his infinite energy to his advantage. He and 18 also come to Goku's assistance when the Pride Troopers are attacking him. He then fights Sankaku and knocks her out of the arena along with her teammate Fikal. Later he sees the battle between Goku and Jiren, and here he also donates his energy to Universe 7's Spirit Bomb. Later again, after Goku is cornered by Team Universe 2, Android 17 and 18 go to help him once more, with 17 fighting Rosie and knocking her out of the arena. As the tournament continues, 17 eliminates both Biara and Damon, and is also saved from elimination by 18 sacrificing herself, meaning that he can go back and knock Agnalasa out as well. This means only fighters from Universes 7 and 11 now remain. It comes to the point that 17 fights Top, however once Top goes into God of Destruction mode, 17's attacks become ineffective. It comes to the point that Frieza and 17 have to fight together to actually manage to hold off Top, who eventually will then get eliminated by Vegeta. So now, the only opponent to Universe 7 is Jiren. Goku, Vegeta and 17 begin to fight Jiren, with Frieza coming in as well, but despite it being a 4-on-1 situation, Jiren keeps finding a way to come out on top. Eventually, 17 appears to sacrifice himself to save Goku and Vegeta, however it turns out that he is still in the tournament later on, and he teams up with Frieza to take the fight to Jiren. Together they manage to work Jiren down, with 17 proving what a masterful fighter he is with his infinite energy. Jiren once more is able to fight back though thanks to a Top pep talk, and it takes the three of 17, Frieza and now Goku again to actually be able to stop these attacks. The three then work as a team to work Jiren down even more. In the end, it's Goku and Frieza who manage to eliminate Jiren together, leaving 17 as the winner of the Tournament of Power. This means 17 now gets to make the wish with the Super Dragon Balls, and the wish he chooses is for all the erased universes to be brought back to existence. On the trip back to Universe 7, 17 explains his reasoning for changing his wish was to not let the Omni Kings have their way. When everyone says their goodbyes, Goku expresses his enthrallment at just how strong 17 became when all he did was spend his time defending his island. So 17 returns home until the time of the Moro saga, where he and 18 suddenly appear during Moro's initial assault on Earth. Android 17 fights and overwhelms 7-3. However, Moro shows up and the battle is put to an end. Later on, he is watching on when he realizes that Goku has returned and is now fighting Moro himself. However, Goku loses the battle and is almost finished off, leading to Android 17 along with Android 18 again to save Goku. The two tell Moro that they do not have life energy to be absorbed and proceed to attack him, but their brief battle is put to an end with the reappearance of Vegeta. Unfortunately, Moro acquires even greater strength and Android 17 is forced to intervene again, but also again, they are taken down before they even have a chance to land an attack. In the end, after one final push, with the help of Oob, Goku defeats Moro once and for all. Android 17 and the rest of his friends and family celebrate their hard-earned victory afterwards with a feast at Mr. Satan's house. And that is the last we see up until this point of recording this from Android 17. So there we have it, a look at the full story of Android 17. I hope you enjoyed it, and now it is time for my question for you all today, and that is, how do you feel about Android 17 now really being classed as one of the good guys? Do you like seeing more of him? Would you think it actually would have been better to have just left him dead after Cell? Are you even getting bored that so many villains just end up turning out to be good? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comments below. And now that we're at the end, I will ask you to please not forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon along with it for notifications, as well as that like button too, as these things massively help out the channel. So thank you as more of you managed to reach the end of this video with me, and I will see you next time on History of Dragon Ball.